Hi, this is the next recall video in the series. This will be recall number 7, and in this one we'll be just letting the dog off. There'll be no leads or anything, in a confined, safe area and practicing recall. So in my instance I've got a yard that's front, back and sides. In yours it may be your backyard. You don't have a backyard, it may be a basketball court or a dog park or something that's fenced in, preferably without distractions. So if you've got a dog park or something, go at a time where there's basically nobody there or only one or two there. You really want to keep this to low distractions. A lot of people teach recall by simply grabbing a 50-foot lead, teaching recall on that a few times, going, oh, look at that, I've got recall. Take it to the dog park, get the odd recall and say, look, I'm getting 70% or 80% of the time, but the other 20% you're not. And recall itself is so easy to teach a dog. I could have put up right to the end of all the videos I'm going to put up in 1 week, and Koji would have got it right 100% of the time. Recall is easy. Teaching a dog to come to you is easy. Having the other things that back that up, being focused, is the difficult thing. So, Koji had been taught focus, and he's still being taught focus, and it's still being strengthened. And that's what makes the recall work with distractions. No matter how good your recall is, it won't work without distractions. No matter how good without focus, no matter how good your focus is, and no matter how good your recall is, there's never a 100% guarantee that your dog will come back in any situation. Alright, so always remember that when you're doing recall, because then you're going to be a little bit more careful about what environments you let your dog loose, or under what conditions, and hopefully when, that you won't let your dog loose early. Most people whose dogs run away when they're off lead say, but he had really good recall. And he had really good recall until he didn't. And so your dog will always have really good recall until they don't. What you need to do is proof it as much as you possibly can, but always understand there are no guarantees. And if you have a trainer that says to you, look, I can guarantee you 100% recall, they can't, no matter what equipment, no matter what device, because you can't guarantee your dog's reaction in every situation, because you can't predict every possible situation your dog may be in. So, in a safe area, in a controlled area, like I said, it's really important you don't skip any of the steps, and focus is even more important to be proofing while you're doing this. After you're doing this, for the rest of the dog's life, keep going with focus, because that's what will give you a good recall, and it's also what will give you commands that work in situations that they won't work in without it. Right? So if you want your dog to do high distractions and listen to you, you really do need focus. Even if you want to sit in a really high distraction area or a down, you need good focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just allow Koji to be running in the yard, and then I'll just randomly call him, and then I expect him to come to me. So all going well, he will, and this is how we practice it. We go through and we just practice the dog. It can be a structured training session, just get your dog out there, or just randomly come out when your dog's not right there, just call them and do it. Remember though, if your dog starts not coming, stick it back on a lead, go back through that again, because you want this dog coming all the time. So if it fails more than once, put it back on the lead, go back through that until it's getting at 100%, then release it again. Alright, so I'll be back soon. I'll just get Koji somewhere at the other end of the house, and we'll be back and we'll start trying recall. Thank you. Okay, so Koji's at the other end of the house somewhere, so I'm just going to call him and we'll see how well he's going. Koji! Tell me! Yes. Front. Good boy. Good. Okay, free. Alright, so there's a good start there. And what I'll do is I'm just going to do these randomly because I don't want it structured, because then he's going to predict what I'm doing. So I want this to be authentic as possible. Also, I want to know where this dog's at. Alright, so it's really easy if I just send him off, call him again, send him off, call him again, because he's going to know what's going to happen. He's going to know I'm going to get a treat every time. So I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in it looking good, because I'm training him for real here. So I'll send him off, and it might take 5 minutes or so before I decide to come back out, and then I'll film the second call. But that's how I'm going to do this, so it'll be stop-starting, because I'm only interested in getting this guy right. So I don't want him just coming to me because I'm just calling him and he's predicting it. I want him coming because it's working, or not coming because he's not ready for this, and then I know that and I'll take him back a level. Alright, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes and we'll give him another go and see how he goes. Thanks. Alright, so I've just snuck back out. Koji can't see him, so that means he's at the other end there somewhere. So we'll call him now. It's been about 5 minutes, so I know he won't be expecting me. And so I'm going to call him and see what happens. Koji! Timmy! Yes, good boy. Front. Good boy. There you go. Good. 3. Alright, so that's good. 2 from 2. We'll do a couple more. Again, they'll be spaced out somewhere between 5-10 minutes. Just again, so I know he's doing it simply because I'm asking him to, not because he's predicting it. Okay, we'll be back later. Okay, this is the 3rd attempt. Now I've come out another door and he's over that side of the house watching some cattle. So I'm going to call him. There's a little bit of a distraction there. They're at a bit of a distance, so it's only a little bit. I'm going to call him. We're going to see what will happen. It's been about 4 minutes, I guess, since the last time I did that last one. So again, it's just mixing it up so he's not expecting it. We'll see what happens. Koji! Timmy! He's got a little bit of distance to come. Good boy, yes. Good. Good boy. And you even did a bit of cheating there and took a shortcut. Alright, so we're going to do at least one more and we'll see how we're good. But I'm pretty happy with this so far because they are random times and they're mixed. And in between this I will do, you know, the next one, for instance, today I might do a structured one, but then again I'll do a random one after that. And then all during today and tomorrow and the next few days, for instance, I will continually vary it from structured to random ones. So I'll just come out of an area where he's not, when he's with the other dogs or not with the other dogs, and I'll just start practicing and calling and seeing how he goes. And the moment, you know, if he does begin to fail, I'll go back, I'll throw a lead on him, and I'll go back one step and we'll go back through it. Alright, but we'll be back again somewhere in the next 5 minutes or so when he's not expecting it, and we'll see if we can get 4 from 4. Okay, thanks. Alright, we're back again for another one, and this time we're out another part of the yard because he's round the back, and we'll call him and we'll see what happens. Koji! Timmy! Good boy! Front! Yes! Good boy! Okay. Alright, so that's a really good start. We've got 4 from 4 without, you know, any real distractions, and that's what we're looking for first. Off lead to see whether we can get him coming regularly. In other words, I really want 100%. And I want it in a safe area just to make sure, because if it all falls to pieces, he's protected, and that's the main thing. So, you know, my suggestion is random times random calls from random areas of your yard. So it's not too structured and not predictable. You want the dog being called when he least expects it as often as possible. Throw in some structured ones because I will, but I don't put a lot of faith in the structured ones. It's like having them on a rope and guiding them in. I don't put a lot of faith on that because I'm there, I've got control, and it's become very structured for the dog, so the dog just gets used to it. What you want is when it's not structured, when it's a little bit random, when things can happen, when shit can go wrong, and you can still get that recall. So I like to do it very random as soon as I get the dog off lead and see how they go. And if it falls down, I know to go back a little bit, and then I know to come back to this and redo it. So I always think non-structured is best for this, but always throw in a little bit of structure because the more training you can get in, the better. But just randomly come out, throw out commands without your dog even seeing you come out, so there's nothing your dog expects. Alright, that's it for now, and we'll be back with the next one. And the next one will be the same thing, your dog in a safe area, but with distractions. We'll start off with smaller distractions, and we aim to finish with distractions where the dog just won't be able to resist, and then we'll see if we can make him resist. Okay, thanks.